Okay, y'all, so as promised, this is the 2 series. So we're going to be covering 2, 11, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2. I have experience with 2 energy, and for me, I see 2, 2, 2 a lot. I just want to let everybody know this is going to be about self-care, reciprocation. Now, I say that 2 is represented by Cancer and lunar energy. And when we're talking about Cancerian and lunar energy, we're talking about connections, reciprocation, and things of that nature. So, knowing sidereal Cancer placements, they tend to put other people before themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a sacrificial nature like Pisces do it, but they're kind of like, they're always trying to understand why people do what they do, instead of realizing people just are who they are. Either you accept them or you don't, but you don't always have to reciprocate somebody just because they're just around you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when I see these repetitive numbers of 2, that's what becomes a big factor in helping people understand what this energy is. I have already made the article. It's going to be linked down below in my description, so be sure to check it out because it will complement this video. Anything I didn't cover in this video, it got covered in an article, and vice versa. So yeah, let's get started into these numbers, and we're going to be going over master number 11. And one thing I want to say about master numbers is a lot of people think master numbers is they've mastered it. No, it just means you need to double down on whatever you need to work on. Doesn't mean that you're not going to reincarnate and that you're just better than everybody. I know master numbers that are not the best people. It is what it is. But nevertheless, like I said, let's get started into the writing portion and showing y'all how I process these numbers. All right, so we're back at it again. If you see any brown under my nails, it's because I did my makeup and I'm black, so don't come for me. So let's start with 2, right? So we already talked about this. 2 is lunar energy. I just do the moon symbol right here. Simple enough. We already talked about the Cancer energy that comes with it. Right? I usually don't do the symbol like this. I usually do it like this. I'll be like, hey, I'm all nervous in front of a camera. So this is like, the moon, the Cancer symbol, yada, yada, yada. I already told y'all it talks about relationships, so I'll write it right here. Relationships, reciprocation. And connections. And connections don't always mean love, or does it have to be connections? Humans. Connections are connections. This can be with objects, pets, etc. Okay, and we'll get into why. So to start off, a lot of people are probably asking me, Tay, why are we talking about 11? 11 isn't 2. Well, let's do it. So we have 1 plus 1. What is 1 plus 1? Oh my gosh, that 2 is there. It's 2, right? Let's get into what 11 is, though. Remember how in the previous video I said 1 is sun energy, right? So we have 2 solar world energies right here. It gets reduced to a 2, which is the moon. Now, I want you to factor in, that was me hitting the table. I want you to factor in 2 things. Since the sun is 1 and the moon is 2, and these are factored in to 11 energy and 2 energy, right? Because this is the foundational number. if you know astrology, right, I'm going to put y'all on to some game, right? So when a new moon is happening, there is a sun conjunct moon aspect. I'm going to talk more. I've talked about aspects in one of my articles. I'm going to link down in my description. So when there's a new moon, there's a sun conjunct moon, okay? And there's a full moon. When people are saying there's a full moon, the sun is opposing the moon. Now, what this means is when there's a sun conjunct moon, these are together. So conjunction, I know y'all probably can't see this. Conjunction means together. All right? So conjunction means things are together. And opposition means on opposite ends. I know my handwriting is probably small, but it's basically the opposition is on opposite ends. So how I see 11 energy, it's either a full moon, or a new moon. What this means is you either, how a full moon looks, it's the moon is illuminated, right? This means that you have an understanding of connections, why they happen. Since 11 is a master number, which I actually have in my numerology, you are able to understand human nature. It's kind of like you'll come across people and you understand why they operate that way and how to best be of service to that person and how to best understand their emotional needs. That's what 11 means. So even if you see 11 a lot, it's telling you to pay attention to your relationships. There is a higher octave, or helping you see things about life that you wouldn't have otherwise seen if you weren't given those signs. So I'll say this. 11 energy is be wary of who you surround yourself with. Okay? Be wary of who you surround yourself with. This can go another way as well. You need better connections, relationships, or look towards finding better people in your life based on your needs, okay? Because this is what ends up happening. So with this new moon energy, we have to think of also the darkness, right? A lot of people think new moon, new phase. Me and a couple of other spiritualists don't necessarily agree with that. This is why. When you see a new moon, right? I was gonna write it, but y'all can kind of get the gist. When you see a new moon, like I said, the moon is dark during that phase. So I can actually put it right here. So the moon is dark during this phase. Because the moon is dark during this phase, you can attract any old kind of energy, right? I have a friend that said, you can attract, with your light energy, you can attract butterflies and moths alike, right? Because this is in a dark space, you could be in the dark about a lot of people. It's up to you to let these phases teach you more as you get towards the full moon stage, okay? So, like I said, when you're in the dark about a situation, you have to bring light. So when it gets down light to the full moon. So this is when it gets into the waxing crescent. The waxing crescent means contemplating what you want to do to bring newness. the first quarter is the full moon stage, or not the full moon stage. The first quarter is the execution stage, like where you get things started. Then when it starts getting towards the wanting stages, it's kind of like, okay, what do I, how did this new action make me feel, to sum it up, right? You want to get towards this new moon stage because it'll help you understand exactly who these people are in your life and what you need to do. Because some people, not everybody you come across is going to be of the same energy as you, okay? So again, 11 energy is be wary of who you surround yourself with, because not everybody is going to resonate with you. Find better connections or new relationships, if so. Or look towards finding better people in your life based on your needs. So sometimes you just need the recognition that you do need better connections and relationships. This can come from, I just will say this can also come from talking it out with somebody. You can either talk it out with somebody that you already know. So when you're able to talk it out with somebody you already know, you know that you deserve better. And sometimes we don't even establish that. We don't even establish with that person that we want better, and we don't tell them. And that's because Cancer energy is prone to holding things in and taking care of it themselves, but then they hold on to this resentment. Talk it out with that person you have the issue with, okay? Or you got to look towards finding better people in your life based on your needs. So maybe you cut this person off based on whatever the situation is. Now you got to see what your new standards are, okay? This 11 is not always about connecting with other people and connecting with other people and thinking that, oh, who I'm connecting with is a good person and everybody that I meet is a good person, because that's not true. So I'll just give some positives, okay? So I'm gonna the positives to these are the people you're with reciprocate, and your bonds with people are fulfilling. I hope I spelled that right. My brain, I'm sorry. I'm not the best speller, and I'm not even the best math person, but I know what I'm talking about, okay? So, like I tell y'all always, not every number is going to mean bad. It's not always going to mean a bad thing. It merely just means that if you don't feel this way, what I just wrote down here, it's probably one of these that's going to be your issue. So, that's the numerology of 11, and we already covered the 2 portion. We're going to cover the other ones, but I kind of wanted to get the basis of what 11 is. So the rest of these 3 are going to be a lot easier for you to cover. So I'm not sorry if this is too long. I had to get it all out. So yeah, on to 2-2. All right, time for 2-2 energy. I'm sorry, every time I hear that, I'm like, I'm so childish. Let's get into the energy of 22, right? Okay. We're dealing with 2 lunar aspects. Let's just put the moons up there. Get into a habit of that. For like smaller numbers, of course. Not always. If it's like 5 million, I'm not expecting you to put a lot of Scorpio symbols after it. So this is 2 + 2, of course, and we're getting 4. What is 4, right? Saturn and Aquarius energy. So, leads us to the Saturn Aquarius energy. What is 4 energy? So, let's factor in the 2, which I already said is like relationships and stuff like that, right? So, if 2 equals relationships, then what's 4 going to be? 4 is going to be 4 is like, of course, so since it equals, I just want to preface this, Saturn, we talk about Saturn is boundaries and structure. So on the good hand, right, this can represent you having responsible friends, and then or you having quality friends. But also this can also be, on the contrary, there can be some problems with this, right? So it can be lack of respect, boundaries in a relationship, or there can be not being sure why you have certain people in your life. So let's break this down. When I say lack of respect and boundaries in a relationship, remember how I say Cancer energy will never confront a situation, but they'll let it fester? So this may be a point in your life where you're letting certain things with certain people slide for so long, and you're starting to realize these people are not respecting you. Could be one or two things. You've told them before and they didn't want to listen to you, or you haven't told them at all and they think it's okay. Either way it goes, if you've been telling them, it's time to cut them off, okay? I'm going to tell you why. Saturn has sickle energy. Sickle energy is for crops when you're harvesting. I want you to realize in life, when this is happening, people only serve a purpose in your life for seasons. People will come and go like seasons. Sometimes it's time to harvest the information, okay? So I want you to harvest info. This is a slash here. / wisdom gained from the situation. There's a lot of things that, again, people are going to be in your life for a season. Gain your wisdom that you learned from them for that moment and go get with the sickle and cut them off, okay? Stop dealing with people. Don't waste your time, okay? Saturn is time because of Chronos energy. And they're going to say in the Greek mythology there was two different types of Chronos. It applies to both, okay? Some people will serve their time. It's time to cut them off. If you've seen this and your relationships are good, it's reaffirming you. If you have responsible friends, if you've been, you know what I'm saying, feeling like you're unsupported, you are supported. Not being sure why certain people are in your life. Sometimes we kind of are with people for time's sake. You've been with this person for a very long time. They've served their purpose. You're kind of over it. You're like, I don't feel like dealing with this person anymore. Whatever you want to call it. Because this person has served their purpose, are you going to keep them around because of time? But they're not serving you anymore. You're not serving them anymore. The relationship, remember, the relationship is no longer mutually beneficial. That's Cancer energy. The relationship is no longer mutually beneficial. Why are you keeping this person around? Cut them off. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is worth keeping in your life. And the more you understand this, the more you'll be better off and the more at peace you'll actually be. But some of y'all just like attention, low-key. Some of y'all just like attention. Negative attention is better than no attention at all. And again, I made a Facebook post that said, I watched this experiment a while back, and it was this thing where this guy was super bored, but they had this thing where they had him press a shock device, and it shocked him. They said, would you like to experience it again? He said no. They said, okay, we're going to put you in a room with little to nothing to do, and the buzzer will be there. Feel free to press it if you want to. He got so bored, he pressed it again, because a lot of people would rather be in pain than be bored and be by themselves. Don't be afraid of being alone, okay? So the other message is, don't be afraid of being alone. It's okay to be by yourself. You need quality people. You need quality friends, responsible friends. If people are not serving that, why keep them around? So they can further damage everything else in your life. And then you're going to get mad that they're not the person you want them to be. But you were the person that was okay with keeping them in your life. You were okay with that. Where is the responsibility falling on you? Because you feel like you could change them and you could make them better, that you're somebody? Come on now. And I just talked about this with my mom today. A lot of people, you know, feel like just because they're going through stuff and people are putting them through stuff that they can change that. Oh, I'm proving to them I'm a good person and I'm still treating them right. Why they still treating me bad? Why are you treating somebody right that's treating you wrong? Cut them off. Let them go. You'll feel a lot better when you realize it's like, you know what? It was them doing wrong. I'm not going to victim blame myself, and I'm not trying to victim blame y'all, but some of y'all have outs, and y'all don't want to get out because you want to validate, you want this person to validate to you that you're a good person. You are a good person, and you'll be a good person leaving them behind as well. All right? Have responsible friends, quality friends. I'll even add relationships. Okay? Let that be. You get what I'm saying? When you have the proper boundaries, the proper structure, everything else just falls into place. It really does. It falls into place. Everything you want to have, you will have. But you got to have quality everything. If you don't have the quality down, what can you make? What can you create? It's like a company keeps having bad products sent out. People are going to stop buying, and you're not going to benefit from what you're giving people because they don't want it. They don't even want what you have to offer. So if you let people bring your quality down because you have people who don't even respect you nor value you, you're going to keep putting out the worst product when somebody leaves you scarred and you start scarring other people. Let them go before they start affecting you in such a way. And I don't want to ramble on. We're going to get to 222 energy. And this may help some of y'all if you've been seeing this number a lot. Maybe some wisdom can come from 222 for y'all to kind of elevate the number. I don't know. I just hope y'all stay tuned. All right. 222 energy. This one is the one I see a lot. So I got a lot of things. Well, maybe a lot. I don't know. Depending on how I'm feeling. So these are my little moons. They're not the best ones I've made. But it's whatever. So 222, you know what we got to do. 222. We add them up. What do we get? 6. What is 6? 6 is Venus energy. I could write the Libra Taurus. I'm going to just do the Libra Taurus sign because it's easy. All right? Libra Taurus sign. So, let's get into it. The first one I'm going to say is you're supposed to self-care. Why? Because Venus equals, and I'm going to put a bullet here so it doesn't get too confusing. Self-care, you know why? Because Venus is love and love of self. We talk about Venus a lot, but a lot of people don't realize love is more than just loving somebody else. It's about loving yourself. What do you love about yourself? How do you take care of yourself? Self-care. So I say self-care, taking care of yourself. Are you taking care of yourself? Have you been compromising your stuff for other people? Have people been living a better life than you, even though you've been kind of providing the life for them to have, and you're stuck with nothing? That means you're selling yourself short, okay? If you're always giving people stuff and you have nothing, your investments are all messed up. They're fucked up, okay? Venus is about taking care of yourself. Sometimes Venus is about money, okay? Does somebody owe you anything? Does somebody owe you? So that's the Libra concept. Does somebody owe you? Not saying you're always going to get it, but if they're not going to give it to you back, what are you doing? You want to keep reminding them? You're going to keep dealing with it? Move on. Find somebody else who could do it, okay? Stop putting your energy towards people who are not reciprocating. Like I said, The moon is reciprocation. Why are you dealing with people who don't reciprocate you and don't love you back? It's unrequited love. There we go. So, unrequited love. And then also, slow down. Sometimes I see this number because I need to slow down and relax. I'm going too fast. I'm at this pace. You know what I'm saying? I'm going fast. I'm doing everything. Sometimes it's unrequited love. Somebody who you think you like or that you like don't like you back. Why are you, like I said, why are you reciprocating that energy? Let them go. Live your own life. Find people who value you. So, find people who value you. And I'm going to add at the bottom to this, like good things. Good thing. I said sorry to the table because I don't want to hurt it. So the good thing about this number is you are in a state of self-care. Okay? You are in a state of self-care. You are relaxed. And when I'm noting the positives of these or the healthy interpretations of these, it's basically saying that you've come from a place where you weren't in a state of self-care, but it's a reminder that you've come very far to get to this point, okay? So you are relaxed, you're in a place of self-care, and also, most importantly, you are loved, okay? I want y'all to know this. But if people, like I said, I'm not going to join because it's kind of similar to 2-2 energy, but just in a different way. Take care of yourself more. Do the things that you want to do. So, I should add it here. Do more things you like. There's a lot of y'all that aren't doing the things y'all like anymore. Y'all think like, oh, I shouldn't do that anymore. Even if it's some childish stuff you used to like to do that you still like to do to this day, do it. Pursue it. Why do y'all feel like y'all gotta like grow up fast? Have fun. Have fun. There's always gonna be fun things to do. You could be mature. My mom and I had this conversation. You could be mature and still have fun and still love what you do. Still do the things that you like. You just have when you get older, you just have a greater consciousness towards what can harm you and what can bring good to you. So keep that wisdom in mind, but don't let it hinder you from doing things that you like because you feel like you have to have your guard up all the time. It doesn't. If you were really as wise as you say you were, you'll be prepared for any experience and you would have an awareness about it to where you wouldn't be in certain areas and certain situations that you know will put you in a detriment. But a lot of y'all don't actually know the healthy way of having fun. You think it's the dark side of Venus. And getting into the side note, so the dark side of Venus can come from Jupiter energy, right? And the reason why the dark side of Venus can come from Jupiter energy, specifically Piscean energy, is because Pisces is exalted in Venus. The reason why Pisces is exalted in Venus is because exalted basically means that it does pretty well in that placement. It's not in its domicile, so it's not at its strength, but it does like second best. It's just really good in that placement. And when we think about Pisces, we think about drinking, drugs, whatever you want to call it, okay? Because it has a lot to do with this energy, this is why a lot of people get into their vices easily. Venus is about vices. It's about gluttony. You know what I'm saying? Certain things like that. Things that we become very addicted to. So sometimes a lot of y'all's versions of fun are very corrupted because you're trying to escape. What is Pisces known for? Escapism. When you learn to factor this in, find better ways. There's actually higher octaves of what you love to do, but some of it comes from the fact, and I'm intuitively like channeling because I feel like somebody needs to hear this. Some of y'all like have y'all parents have denied y'all from doing a lot of stuff. Think about it, okay? The moon is the mother. And it can also be, it can also be the most nurturing parent. This is the nurturing parent that afflicted you to not being able to establish a relationship with what you like. Get what I'm saying? So if a parent is supposed to be the more nurturing type and they've stripped you of that, you're not able to connect with things properly. You'll never be able to connect with things properly. When not saying you'll never be able to connect, but you'll never be able to connect with things properly if you're letting what they've told you dictate what you like, what you truly like. I'm not saying like look, what you truly like. What do you like? It can't be drinking and pass till you pass out, doing drugs till you pass out. That's not fun. There's some innocent stuff that y'all like that don't do no harm to y'all. But you want to escape from the pain because your nurturing parent told you can't do that. Because if you do that, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. They were overprotective over you. They told you don't do this, don't do that because this going to happen, this going to happen, this going to happen. So you live life in fear. This can happen too because with Piscean energy, it's the fear of the unknown. You only know what your mama told you. So let me write this. So the Pisces energy is unknown. And this is because of the moon card. I actually talk about the moon card in one of my articles. I'll link it down below. But a lot of y'all are feared of the unknown because you only know what your mama told you. Because of what they went through. Because they didn't handle their shit maturely. So now you think, oh, I'm going to do the same thing. No, if you have a better awareness of something, and most of the time what your parents are warning you about is they did some other stuff. So if you was talking about you want to cook and your passion is cooking, they said, oh, no, don't do that. I'm scared you're going to get burned, you're going to do this. They was probably doing some stuff where they weren't checking things properly. They weren't doing stuff. So something happened to them when they were making something or doing something that has nothing to do with if you follow proper protocol. That has nothing to do with that. Everything you do in life comes with a risk. But are you going to stop doing what you love because what somebody else told you based on their experience? Move smarter. Take what they've learned and make it better. Improve upon the recipe. Somebody got to do it. But you using, drinking or whatever to escape from it is not doing you any service. It's not doing you no justice. You only hurting yourself in the end because you're not actually doing what you like. You're living in somebody else's fantasy of what they want for you. And then you've dealt with it in other ways because that's what everybody else is doing. Are you going to be yourself? You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to rumble on too much about this. We're going to get into 2222 energy. I think that's the last one we got. Let me see. I think it is. Yeah, that's the last segment. And then I'm going to do a little outro or whatnot. But I hope this helps y'all. Now, we have arrived at 2222 energy. This video has been a little bit emotionally charged because we're dealing with an emotional planet. I've prepared for this. I wore all black for a reason because the lunar energy reminds me of black darkness in a beautiful way. Respect to the moon. So, drew my moons, right? What do we do? 2222. What do? We add 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. What do we get? 8. Now, 8 is also Saturn rule. But do a flip with a twist. We have Capricorn energy. I don't like the Capricorn symbol for this one, but I forgot how to draw the other one because I do this one a lot because it's easy. Whatever, right? We're dealing with that Capricorn energy. Ooh, this is my favorite. I love Capricorn energy. We're going to get into why. This one's beautiful. So I've noticed with I think with 1111 to 3333, all of them turn into their opposites. So I'm going to tell you what I mean. So I'm going to just give you an example for this one. I'll cover it probably I'll do it now, shit. So I'm going to do it up here though. So if we talk about 1111 energy, right? We're dealing with solar energy. It turns into 4, which is, like I said, Saturn Aquarius energy. So it's natural opposite. So Leo's natural opposite is Aquarius. It's this quote unquote sister sign. You'll see the same thing with 2222. So we're dealing with lunar, and then Cancer's the only thing ruled by that. And then we get its opposite, which is Saturn Capricorn energy. So Saturn Capricorn energy is its natural opposite. You'll see the same thing with 333. No, 3333, my bad. So this one is ruled by Jupiter. And then 369, 12. So we got 12. And then what's 1 plus 2? 1 plus 2 equals 3. Okay. That don't apply there. I forgot what I did. Okay, yeah, I think it's just 1 1 1 1 and 2 2 2 2. I reduced these numbers last night and I saw the pattern and I was like, okay, I seen that it wasn't applying to everything, but I forgot because it was off the top and I don't have my notes that I was writing down on the side for me to do it. So we're just gonna stick with these two. Don't mind me, okay? Leave me alone. So anyway, like I said, we're back at these two being natural opposites. So since these two are natural opposites of each other, we think, this is a bad thing. This is the bad thing. It's not bad, okay? Now, I do want to kind of get technical about this because we're kind of getting into nakshatra territory. This is when it becomes very important. If you don't know about nakshatras, I'll have it down below. But this is a little nakshatra lesson I may make into an article, but y'all gonna get it exclusive right here. So, these are the nakshatras. So, since Cancer is the natural opposite is Saturn, we also see this play dynamic happening between two particular nakshatras. It's so beautiful. So we have Pushya. We have Pushya energy. Then we have Shravana energy, right? So Pushya is a Cancer nakshatra. Shravana is a Capricorn nakshatra. This Pushya nakshatra is ruled by Saturn. This Shravana nakshatra is ruled by the moon. This gives us a beautiful peek. And I may add this to my article too. This, hit my camera. This gives us a beautiful peek into how to work with this energy properly. So Pushya, what I love about Pushya energy, it's nurturing. There's a maturity to this energy, right? Shravana is beautiful too. You know why? Shravana is known for the listener. It's also the remover of obstacles. There's also enlightenment. And this is the reason why it's the remover of obstacles and enlightenment, because of the deity rulership, right? And when we're factoring, I can't think of the deity. Look, y'all have me thinking a lot, okay? I go through a lot of nakshatras, but I know when I read it. So, and the reason why it's also the remover of obstacles, because Saturn is obstacles. Saturn is obstacles and enlightenment because of the deity rulership of Shravana energy. All right. When we factor these nakshatras in, it gives us a glimpse into 2222 energy. So 2222 energy also comes with a twist too, because when I think of 8, doesn't 8 look like an hourglass? And because 8 looks like an hourglass, and Saturn rules over time, and when you turn 8 around, 8 makes an infinity symbol. 8 also has a representation of life and death. What does this mean? Time is of the essence, okay? It means time is of the essence. There's so much value in time. So like I said, remember when I was talking about how 2 is relationships? I wonder, based on 2222, are you wasting time with certain people? If some people are not conducive to what you bring to the table, there's no point in keeping them around, okay? I want you to know that your connections are very important. The people that you are around are very important. And you must hold yourself to a certain standard, okay? Again, it kind of reminds me of the Saturn energy that was coming from the 2-2 energy, but this is a little bit different, okay? A lot of the times the people that you come around, again, it's kind of similar to Saturn energy. They're going to teach you a lot of stuff. But I want you to also, I'm going to add my new paper here. Heed the warnings people give you. When you learn to heed the warnings people give you, you'll be way better off than what you think, okay? Way better off. I'm going to go with a new paper because somebody said that like the back of the paper was distracting, so I was really considerate. Even if it's just one person, I think it probably makes a lot of difference for other people. And it won't hurt nobody else that, I don't think they'll be like, oh, use the back page. It's whatever. Unless like you're like a no waste person, which I respect, but you know, well, I keep these papers. They'll be fine. They'll be used for purposes. So heed the warnings that people give you. When you learn to heed these warnings, you'll be able to see people for who they really are. What is Saturn energy? Saturn is, and then what is Capricorn energy? Saturn is Capricorn. It's the devil. The devil in tarot. It's the devil in tarot. I always tell people this about the devil. The devil in tarot is all about knowing your reality. Again, I have like a article on like the devil and Satan energy and stuff like that. Check it out. I'll have it down in the bio or in my description. The devil rules over this earthly plane. Capricorn is an earth sign. The reason why the devil's supposed to get over on people, because they're smart. They just use it to manipulate people. You're going to have people in your life that are going to be manipulating you. What are you going to do? You're going to let them manipulate you? You're okay with them manipulating you? You're not. You have to see people for who they are. And even though you care for this person or you care for certain people, you have to move accordingly because these people will hurt you. They don't care that you care for them. They'll take over your energy in a whole minute. You have to be able to take these warnings and move accordingly so you don't get hurt. It's not manipulation. You're not playing their game. You're trying to find an out so they can't mess with you no more. You're protecting your energy. So again, 2-2-2-2 energy is protecting your energy. Or there's some things that you need to gain wisdom upon a situation. Simple as that. There's some things you need to gain about the situation that you need, you know, simple as that. A lot of y'all try to make it seem like, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm a bad person. I got to be better than them and do this way. If you feel like being better than them is letting them take advantage of you because the universe gonna bless you, you're a fool. You're a fool. You're a fool. You could do things honorably and still protect yourself. Like you could, like if somebody's hitting you, you're gonna like let them hit you. You could defend yourself. You have a right to defend yourself. Don't be foolish and just because you think karma, because karma works in a way y'all don't realize. That's another topic for another day. But sometimes your hand's gonna be the karma. Sometimes you speaking up for yourself is gonna be the karma. Don't let people bully you like that. Really protect your energy and take care of yourself. Gain the wisdom from a situation so you can get out. Sometimes you'll have people that actually, or on the inverse, want to take you out of your character because they know you're somebody who gets angry. If you're somebody who gets angry, you need to really be on your wisdom. So this right here is especially for angry people. If you're somebody who get angry, you need to peep the signs. Okay? Don't let them bring you out of character because they already know you somebody who gets like that. You'll affect them a lot better if you handle things with more wisdom, more poise. Okay? So handling things with more wisdom and more poise. When you get that right, you're good to go. Again, it just depends on the situation. Like I said, I give y'all a lot of interpretations. The article covers it differently because things come to me. Numbers, again, I always check numbers depending on your chart. And intuitively, it can mean a number of things. But this will be able to hold y'all over for what certain things mean. I knew it. Okay, so the deity is Vishnu. I sometimes I'm bad with remembering. So this one is Vishnu, remover of obstacles. It's like Vishnu energy. So yeah, like I said, I hope this helps. We basically covered all of these. So here's all the papers in order. So we went over 2, 11, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then these are 2, 2, 2, 2. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and time for the outro. So that's all there is to it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. The 222 series, the 222 series is done. The 2 series is done. The 3 series will be next week. A lot of interesting stuff will be going on. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on IG, follow me on TikTok. That's where I update everybody on what's going on, especially on IG. I do the most updates on there. Be sure. I have a Patreon where I talk about moon transits and stuff like that. I talk about a lot of astrology on there. I try to share as much as I can. I try to do tarot readings and tarot readings and stuff of that nature. So like I said, bye y'all. I'll see y'all next week.